Okay, so I'm Eva, Border Patrol in Texas, and men always assume I'm flat under my uniform. It's super annoying. And to dismiss this myth, check this out and let me know if you still think the same.
She is very gorgeous to me!
Maybe so I could like let you know about like future ice raids. I like get your number. This ice stuff is really terrible, huh? Yeah. Right? I was thinking like maybe so I could like let you know about like future ice raids. I like get your number. Like, we can text each other. Like I'll be like, yo, ice is here. We go out for a date, get some ice cream.
Oh, good one.
What's your name?
I'm
Johnny. Nice to meet you. I think we could take down the patriarchy together. What do you think? Do you want like my number or something like that?
I'm seeing someone right now, so.
You would do like a polycule? You know, I try to be open-minded.
I'll ask.
Gotcha. You got like the Walter White glasses on.
Say my name.
Yeah, all across the border, back and forth. You know, you've seen Breaking Bad, you know? Gotcha, yeah. So how do you think the protest is going so far?
I didn't know it was happening. I just heard some shouting and came by.
Gotcha.
Yeah, very excited.
That's crazy. Yeah, I've just been playing a lot of Blackjack personally, like on Shuffle.
Okay.
Like, you know Blackjack?
Uh-huh.
All right. So we'll play one quick hand on Blackjack, and I feel like the protest, ice will be destroyed if I win this hand. All right, I got a 13 on a 10.
Okay.
I'll hit it.
Yeah.
Oh, I lost. Fuck.
That's it.
I guess that's a metaphor for something. Fuck! I mean, I guess I could blame Ice for losing on Blackjack. Why not? Might as well blame him for everything.
Anything for that lib buzzy. I'm not gonna lie. These girls are some baddies, which is very rare for a lib, because this is your average lib right here.
You guys think that they should reopen the government so they can negotiate?
They're not going to negotiate. They had all the time to negotiate. They're pushing lies. Undocumented people have never received assistance in this country. That is not true. So this whole propaganda that they're pushing, that they're trying to get health care for illegal aliens. First of all, how are you going to say someone's illegal on stolen land? This was colonized land. Second of all, undocumented people do not receive assistance. Why is that lie continuing to be pushed?
And would you believe me if illegal migrants were actually getting benefits here inside the United States?
They are not.
If I showed you a video right now, would you believe me?
Because let me see your fake news, because it's not true.
All right,
Undocumented people do not receive assistance. That is not factually correct, and I would like to see your source.
These people were inside the Row Hotel, where there's also thousands of other illegal migrants living.
Estaba quedándose aquí en el Row Hotel. Llegué julio. ¿Cuántos meses es eso?
Como 7 meses.
¿Y han tenido que pagar alojamiento?
No, nada. No he pagado nada.
Es 100% gratis.
Sí.
Okay. What I have to say,
Keep watching.
well, they're getting benefits. They're getting things that we should be paying people, things like this. Healthcare to me isn't an issue that we should be paying for. With Medicare, yeah.
Undocumented people do not receive assistance. Well, they're getting benefits.
Does this girl not know that in California, your hard-earned tax dollars fund these illegal immigrants? Allow me to elaborate. Illegals get free food, housing, assistance, healthcare, childcare, educational services, and legal services. And on top of that, they get either set up with social security number or get a fake one and receive huge tax returns. Oh, and this stolen land, allow this Asian brother to educate you guys.
We're on stolen land. We're on stolen land. Fuck ICE. Okay, get the fuck out. You hate America so much, get the fuck out. Leave. It's pretty easy. You think America's so bad? Go live in the Middle East. Shut the fuck up.
I don't hate illegal immigration because I hate people. I hate illegal immigration because I hate sex trafficking. I hate organized crime. I hate drug trafficking. Do you know how many times people have been caught posing as parents but were recorded bringing over hundreds of kids month after month? No verification, no protection. I hate illegal immigration because while crime rates drop in Mexico, ours rise, especially in trafficking, because organized crime doesn't disappear at the border. We invite it in. I hate illegal immigration because foreign governments have literally emptied prisons and psych wards and sent those people here so they don't have to pay the cost, and we do. This is about crimes against humanity being allowed because Americans don't enforce their own laws. If you hate the abuse of children, if you hate trafficking, if you hate organized crime, then you should hate illegal immigration too.
Now let me just say this. We have been complicit in the largest ex-trafficking operation the world has ever seen in the name of asylum. And I thank this girl for speaking the truth and speaking facts.
Meanwhile,
out now, we're showing up at parking lots, vacant homes, but we're not going to give up to every one of these kids are found. So we just found one 2 days ago, an example, 14-year-old little girl living with 2 adult males who trafficked her, and we found her she's pregnant from trafficking, being forced into prostitution. 14 years old. So we're taking care of her, both physically and mentally. Despite what the media says, we're not heartless. We care about these kids. I'm a father. And the reason I'm so emotional and so headstrong on this issue, because I've dealt with dying children throughout my career. I've held dying children. I've held dead children. I talked to little girls as young as 9 that were multiple times by the criminal cartels. I'll never forget it. When you get on your knees to talk to a 9-year-old little girl, everything innocent and pure is ripped from her, and she don't believe in humanity anymore because you had a bunch of animals crawling on her and taking everything pure from her. You'll never forget it. That shit's happening every day through this trafficking, and we're going to put an end to it. Everything we can do. So 4 years waking up pissed off. I wake up now.
Why are you out here protesting ICE in Philadelphia?
I mean, it feels like Nazi Germany all over again, you know? So I feel like what they're doing, ICE particularly, per se, is just uncalled for. Like, who are you to say what's the word? I don't know, I can't really think straight right now, but I'm having a hard time thinking of an answer right now, so.
Smart as a rock, slower than a parked car, and these people get to vote. You know, I really pray that this girl does not get a chance to reproduce.
Punishment for entering a country illegally. Russia, 2 years in a labor camp. India, 8 years in prison. Australia, up to 5 years in prison and mandatory detention before deportation. Australia, you can't even move there if you want to move there legally without like proving your worth. Mexico, up to 2 years in prison for first-time illegal entry. But USA, of course, congrats, you get free housing, free healthcare, free food, and free cash. Deportation is not racist, it's called actions meet consequences. Something that is foreign to so many Americans these days. It's so normal everywhere else. And yet here, we hate the idea that there is punishment associated with a crime. It is truly phenomenal to watch so many minds be molded and transformed into believing that this is a bad thing. Even though, again, all the other countries, it's totally normal. Why are so many people against it here? It's so fascinating. One person said, ironic that Mexico punishes folks for entering their country illegally. Immensely so. Maddeningly so.
I swear, libs are low-key ruining America. Just have a look at this.
So the people here protesting against ICE have absolutely no idea that their rights were completely violated yesterday by the California State Legislature. In the Assembly, the Democrats, by a simple majority vote, voted to advance a potential per-mile tax. Yeah, that's not a conspiracy theory, that's not a rumor. They just tasked a California Transportation Commission to come up with recommendations by 2027 to be able to implement a per-mile tax that would charge you 2 to 9 cents for every single mile that you drive. And you know why that's insane? Because we're talking about families of 2 or maybe even 3 paying an extra of $1,200 to $4,200 every single year just to drive, depending on how that estimation ends up coming out. So you are going to be punished by the government for needing to fulfill work and familial obligations. Add on top of that the fact that the U.S. House decided that cars that are made past 2026 should continue to have kill switches in them. This was a decision that was made by the Biden administration, and it really irritates me. It should irritate the American people. Because imagine if in a state like California, they sent you your quarterly or your monthly billing for the per mile tax and you refuse to pay it. Then they're gonna what? Kill switch your car? Oh yeah, no, you're not paying your per mile tax. Uncle Sam didn't get his money. Now you don't get to drive. The worst part of all that is we're supposed to trust them with our money? I mean, a report just came out that we threw $236 million or something at a homelessness program that was run by, Newsom, trying to get people who were going in between the streets and crime off the streets permanently and not into crime and, a stable living, a stable life. And we only helped 22 people out of that. Are you kidding me? That is absolutely ludicrous. You're telling me we spent somewhere between 11 and 12 million just on each of those people? Gavin, he does not know how to handle your money. And the last thing we need is a per mile tax where we throw more at him. And they're not taking away the gas tax either. They'll just compound that on top of it.
Sometimes I ask myself, is Democrats with America or against America? And 99.9% of the time, I think they're against America. I swear, nothing ever comes good out of this party. Now, this next clip, Stephen A. Smith is saying what everybody is thinking, but is afraid to say. Take a look.
I'm not down with Gavin Newsom because my issue with Gavin Newsom is like, listen, you look great in those blue suits. You're very articulate, very smart, very quick-witted. I love how you've been trolling Trump because I thought that was necessary, in order to compete with Trump. But I can't ignore the fact that you're number one in unemployment, number one in homelessness and poverty and all of this other stuff and the price of the affordability issues in California. I can't ignore all of that. I can't ignore the fact that there's no way I can see you winning an election with some of the things that have been happening in the state of California.
Speech was a pure appeal to Western culture. My favorite part was when he said that American cowboys came from Spain.
I thought they came from Winnetou, but
I believe the Mexicans and descendants of African enslaved peoples.
AOC is the perfect example on why there are directions on a freaking shampoo bottle. Do not consume or eat. Guys, this is the leader of the Democratic Party. To be honest, the Democratic Party probably has a better chance Stephen A. Smith running for it. Take a look.
Make no mistake about it. We wouldn't have a border crisis under my watch. Hell no. We wouldn't have this crime that exists in the streets of New York. You wouldn't hear about me saying defund the police. We ain't defunding any police. I'm calling 911 when there's a problem. I know you're calling 911 when there's a problem. I'll be damned if I'm going to have less police officers out there. There's going to be more. That's me. I would focus on a flourishing economy and making sure we did everything we could, because I believe when you have something to lose, you know how to behave. When you have something to lose, you know how to behave. If you have nothing, you have nothing to lose. And as a result, you're willing to tear down anything, even if it's America, because you feel betrayed by a country that's supposed to be looking out for you and positioning you to thrive instead of wallow in misery and suffering. So, of course, I would pay attention to the economy. I would pay.
Let me hold your hand when I say this. We do not move to America because we think it's a better country. We move here because it's a little less worse than our other countries. Because you're stupid to think that we moved to this country for some hot dogs and some baseball. We have better vibes, music, food, culture, history, literally all of the above. We just move here because we are looking to make more money and offer a better chance for our families. Did you know that the minimum wage a day, not an hour, a day in Mexico is not even 15 American dollars? Not even 15 American dollars. Right now with $15 in San Diego, I could go maybe buy a matcha and half of a granola bar, honey. If you support ICE, you support people getting destroyed. If you support families getting destroyed, I hope you rot in hell. And I will see you there, babes, for sure.
Sweetheart, to translate this, make more money equals better country. Sweetheart, 2 + 2 is not potatoes. Honestly, I wish there were more girls that think like this in this next clip.
No, I don't want any illegal immigrants in my country. Sorry. And that's the case in almost every other country. You realize that the consequences in everywhere but America for coming in illegally are 100 times worse, right? 100 times worse. Some of you guys do not understand the fact that you have to do things right If you're going to step into another country, right? It says on your passport, open up your US passports if you have one. If you go into another country and you break their law, you are to abide by the justice system. No questions asked. My father, my mother, they both came here legally. Okay, y'all want to talk about me being an immigrant? Let's talk about me being an immigrant. My father fought in the Iraqi war, got shot in the fucking arm, almost fucking died, okay? To come here, to get his citizenship here, to be allowed here, okay? He did that to be accepted here. But some of you guys really think that it's okay to just let people flood our country. People who have absolutely no ambitions, no dream. They're making a shit show. And I don't want that. Sorry, I really don't want that. I don't know if you're going to hate me for this.
Sweetheart, you are spot on. Kudos to this young lady. Thank you for simply speaking the truth.
Billie Eilish reported me to ICE and got me deported from the US.
No one is illegal on stolen land.
Honestly, I can't even be really mad because it's kind of funny. But basically, I was joking online that I was going to fly to America and move into her mansion, packing my bags right away. No human being is illegal. It's obviously a joke. It's obviously a meme. And I get stopped by DHS and held for like 30 hours. Literally 30 hours. They're asking me, how do you know Billie Eilish? Do you intend to trespass? No, of course not, man. It's a joke. It was like a meme that I came up with on Instagram. And I get held for 30 hours and deported. I get basically escorted onto a plane by armed guards, sent back to Australia. And I think it's actually amazing performance art. As a joke, I managed to get Billie Eilish, Hollywood celebrities, left-wingers, liberals, to agree with ICE, to agree with border control. They suddenly support deportations because they don't like my memes. They don't like me as a person. So I should get a commendation, honestly. It's amazing performance art. I suffered for my art 30 hours in a cell just to like prove a point, just as a meme. Who else takes jokes this far? That I was able to actually sit in a cell for 30 hours and endure that pain just to prove that Billie Eilish is a hypocrite. Honestly, I deserve a commendation. I'm actually proud of myself. I think it was actually a total victory. All these people are laughing at me. No, it's actually a total victory. I managed to get left-wingers and Billie Eilish to support ICE. I managed to get them to support border control and deportations. I managed to get the entire American left in favor of deportations in one day with one simple trick. And I guess at the end of the day, I'm just a bad guy. The song, which is the song.
I'm the bad guy.
Duh.
The level of stupidity is just simply mind-boggling. The hypocrisy of Hollywood is absolutely unbelievable. These Hollywood idiots are against ICE, but yet they live behind walls. Bro, make that make sense.
Wouldn't you? So, if you do win an award tonight, don't use it as a platform to make a political speech, right? You're in no position to lecture the public about anything. You know nothing about the real world. Most of you spent less time in school than Greta Thunberg. So, if you win, right, come up, accept your little award, thank your agent and your God, and fuck off.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you, God.
So, it's already...
That brother was speaking facts. Now, ladies and gentlemen, on that note, that's it for today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.